Hello students, in previous session you learnt about the meaning of resistance and Ohm's law. Now let us continue with the topic of resistance. From Ohm's law we have V is equals to I into R, that is, across the ends of a conductor potential difference is given by the product of current and resistance. Based on Ohm's law, conductors can be of two types. The conductors which obey Ohm's law are called ohmic conductors, and the conductors which do not obey Ohm's law are called non-ohmic conductors. And Ohm's law is given by V is equals to I into R. Now let us consider a graph VI, V or the potential difference taken on y-axis and current I taken on x-axis. For ohmic conductor like a metal, the graph between the potential difference capital V and the corresponding current capital I is found to be a straight line passing through the origin. From this graph, it can be stated that for an ohmic conductor, potential difference capital V is always proportional to the current capital I. From Ohm's law, we have V is equals to I into R. Hence, resistance of a conductor is given by the formula R is equals to V by I. Now let us try to define a resistance of 1 ohm. We have R is equals to V by I. Resistance is said to be 1 ohm if a potential difference of 1 volt across the ends of a conductor makes a current of 1 ampere to flow in the conductor. That is, 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt by 1 ampere, or 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt per ampere. Higher resistance measured in units like kilo ohm and mega ohm. 1 kilo ohm is equal to 10 power 3 ohm, whereas 1 mega ohm is equal to 10 power 6 ohm. According to Ohm's law, the current flowing in a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference applied across its ends, provided that the physical conditions and the temperature of the conductor remains a constant. Now please observe the statement which states that Ohm's law is valid given that the physical conditions and the temperature of the conductor remains a constant. Now let us learn a limitation of Ohm's law. That is, Ohm's law is obeyed only when the temperature of the conductor remains a constant. Please remember this point, that Ohm's law is valid, that is V is equals to IR is valid only under the condition of constant temperature for a given conductor. Next topic of our discussion will be combination of resistors. In order to obtain desired resistance in a circuit, sometimes we have to connect two or more resistors together. They can be combined in three ways: one in series combination, other in parallel combination, and the third type can be both parallel and series. We must try to understand a point that when the resistance of a circuit is to be increased, we will consider the series combination of resistors, whereas when the resistance of the circuit is to be decreased, in order to pass a current of higher value, we will consider the parallel combination of resistors. Hence, it can be stated that for a given combination of resistors, if they are connected in series, this would increase the effective resistance in a given circuit. And for a given number of resistors, if they are combined in parallel, that would decrease the effective resistance of the circuit. It means to say that to increase the resistance of a circuit, resistors should be connected in series, and to decrease the resistance in a circuit, they should be connected in parallel combination. So two or more resistors can be connected with each other by different combinational methods in order to achieve the desired equivalent resistance in a particular circuit. First, let us understand the series combination of resistors. Resistors are said to be in series combination if they are connected end to end. Let us learn the derivation of series combination of resistors. As you can see on the screen, we have three resistors R1, R2 and R3 connected end to end to each other, that is in series combination. The potential difference or the potential drop across three resistors R1, R2 and R3 are V1, V2 and V3 respectively. Capital V is the voltage of the cell. Capital K is the close switch or key. We also have voltmeter and ammeter connected in the circuit considered. From the circuit, we have the potential difference V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. And from Ohm's law, we know that V is equals to IR. Applying Ohm's law for resistor R1, we have V1 is equals to IR1. Applying Ohm's law for resistor R2, we have V2 is equals to IR2. And applying Ohm's law for resistor R3, we have V3 is equals to IR3. Now, let us consider the first equation, V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Replace V1 and V2 and V3 by IR1, IR2, IR3 respectively. If capital R is the equivalent resistance of series combination of resistors R1, R2 and R3, we have from Ohm's law V is equals to I into R. And from the combination of the equations whatever we have got till now, we can arrive at an equation which says that I into R is equals to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. Hence, solving for R from the above equation, we can obtain R is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So the expression derived will indicate the effective or equivalent resistance of three resistors when combined in series combination. The effective resistance of three resistors R1, R2 and R3 connected in series is capital R, that is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now let us consider the derivation of effective resistance of parallel combination of resistors. When we connect two or more resistors simultaneously between 2 points to each other, then the combination is said to be in parallel. As you can see in the screen, let us consider the combination of resistors R1, R2 and R3 in parallel. Capital V is the voltage of the battery or potential difference. I1, I2 and I3 are the currents flown across the resistors R1, R2 and R3. The circuit also consists of closed switch, voltmeter and an ammeter. The applied voltage capital V produces current of I1 in R1, I2 in R2 and I3 in R3. Hence the value of total current is given by I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. By Ohm's law, we have I is equals to V by R. Applying Ohm's law for resistor R1, we have I1 is equals to V by R1. Applying Ohm's law for resistor R2, we have I2 is equals to V by R2. Now applying Ohm's law for resistor R3, we have I3 is equals to V by R3. If we consider capital R as the equivalent resistance of the combination of three resistors R1, R2 and R3 in parallel, from Ohm's law we have I is equals to V by R. Substituting for capital I, I1, I2 and I3 in equation 1, we get the equation V by R is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Taking V common on both sides of the equation, we have V by R is equals to V into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Solving the above equation for 1 by R, we get the final expression as 1 by R is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So this equation will represent the effective resistance or equivalent resistance of resistors R1, R2 and R3 in parallel combination. The third possible combination of resistors is both series and parallel. Sometimes to obtain a desired value of resistance from the given resistors, we connect some resistors in parallel, and this parallel combination of resistors is connected in series with some more resistors.